Hello everyone, we're working on Math 55, WAMAP Unit 3, problem number 9. And this one we're solving for x. We have a variable on both sides, one on either side, and we have some distribution here. So let's take a look at this problem. And what we're going to do, we're going to expand first. So we've got 3 times x minus 2 minus 6, and that is equal to 28x minus 212. So first thing we want to do is distribute the 3 over the x and the negative 2. So we get 3 times x for 3x, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and then another negative 6, or minus 6, and that's equal to 28x minus 212. So now we're going to combine like terms. Once we've expanded it, we've got everything out in the open, and here's some like terms, just numbers, and then everything else is different. So we've got 3x minus 6 minus 6 more, that's minus 12. And so you might need to review addition and subtraction with negative numbers. Anyway, when you take 6 away from a negative 6, it's going further negative. And the other way you can do this problem is that when you are combining two negative numbers, the signs are the same. So the values of the numbers are combined, and then you keep the sign of the larger number. And in this case, they're both 6. So you can take the sign of either number, and they're both negative. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and you've got a negative sign, so it's negative 12. So we end up with 3x minus 12. And that's equal to 28x minus 212. So what's the next step? I think we want to get the x on the... Actually, I'm going to put the x on the right side so that we end up with a positive value for x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and that leaves 0x on this side. So we have a negative 12, and that's equal to 28x minus 3x, that's 25x, minus 212. Okay, and now what do we do? We have to keep going until we have all the x's on one side, and then we whittle down the x's until there's only one x left. So let's add 212 to both sides. Okay, so these two cancel each other out. And this is positive 212, negative 12. The signs are different, so we take the difference. So the difference between 212 and 12 is 200. And we retain the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. So 212 is bigger than 12, and 212 is positive, so we're going to use that positive sign. So 200 is equal to 25x. Now we're getting very close. So all we need to do is, what's happening to the x right now? It's being multiplied by 25. So let's divide it by 25. Counteract that. We're going to reverse it. 25 divided by 25 is 1, giving us 1x, which we normally write x. That's the cool way. And, you know, mathematicians are cool. And then 200 divided by 25 is 8. So x is equal to 8. So if you plug the 8 in here and here, and multiply those out, you should get the same answer. Okay, so this involves distribution and having variables on both sides of the equation. And sometimes that can be confusing, but we always expand and then simplify by combining like terms. So try this until you can do it, and then try a few practice ones, either at Khan or do some practice problems at WAMAP. And let me know if you have trouble. I'll give you some help.